Alright guys, here is the Beauty Scram 440 4th grade version. Now I have written a list of things which I want to review and I will talk about all of it in this video. So this is going to be a long video. This is non-bike expert review. So you will get to know what I'm saying. It's a genuine review. Instead of you listening to all the bike experts, you might be bored of listening to the bike experts and all those terms which those people talk about. So this is me as a non-bike expert. I have written some things which is very funny because only I can understand this. So I'm gonna go through and review one by one what to do. And this is, you can see it right here. Let me just turn this on. So till now it's been 4 days. I have driven 521 kilometers. Although you can see, and it started showing the service symbol, which means I have to go and get my first service done right now. Now it is not mandatory, like it's necessary, but it's not right after reaching 500. You can drive up to 600 and see if there are any changes in the bike riding exhaust, all those things you'll get to know, right? So but first service before 600 kilometers is necessary. Now first things first, what you want to do is you want to do before you get the keys or before you start the vehicle, you need to get the first thing which I've written is PDI. Get the PDI done. It's really important. So first thing first, what you need to do, PDI is very simple. Call any technician, bike expert, and give them 200 or 300 rupees to do the PDI before you start the vehicle and before you do the paperwork, all the things. Because sometimes what happens is they will give you a chassis number of the demo vehicle which you have taken for test drive. And second thing is you want to check the paint and everything, so make sure there are no dents. One of my friend he got delivery of classic 350 Royal Enfield. So what happened was there was some dent in a tank. He brought the vehicle at night time. He didn't At night, it is not, the dents are not visible, the color, everything, the manual checks is not properly done at night time. So whatever it is, whatever vehicle you're taking, you need to make sure that you take the delivery in the daytime. So make sure the tank is not there's no dent on anywhere on the vehicle. So that's the first thing. And second thing is you need to check all the buttons. So turn on the key and check everything, every indicators showing you, and you can press the switches and check everything is working, not the indicators, and also parking lights, and also kill and switch on machine. You can, if you can turn on every single thing. And also check the indicators. Okay, so we have got the ABS and fuel indicator, and also the battery indicator and neutral. So try shifting the gears and see. One second. Yep. So check all these things, check the indicators. Okay, and most importantly, horn, headlights, a headlight row. I'm going to talk about the headlight row in the later section of this video, but you need to check the headlight row, the low beam, high beam, and also horns, and also check this reset, all this, the trip function changers. Okay, check the buttons. We have the ABS button, and also suspensions, make sure you check everything. And exhaust, or turn on the bike. And the exhaust sound, I really like it. It's not sporty version, but I really like the exhaust sound of Himalaya and Scram. It's mostly mostly similar. Okay, and check the brakes, check the engine, and check the nuts, right? So all these nuts you need to carefully monitor, see if it is new or any the old ones. It shouldn't be old one. And yeah, first thing first, I noticed when I was checking engine was this brown one, the golden one, but it's a default to every Scram new user. So this is a new one, so don't worry about it. And check these plates and check the tires. So next what you want to do is you need to, very important, check the tires. Check the manufacturing date of tires, which is in my case 8/25, so which means 8 week of 2025. And this is Magville tubeless, so it's cool. And you can see all this max load information. I don't know about that. And what else, you can also check the mirrors if it is properly turning or not. And fuel tank inside, you can open and check it also, because you might think this is a cringe, but it was 3,10,000 for me. So when you are buying heavy price vehicle, it's important for you to check all these things before you first drive. Open the seat, important. Open the seat, the seat lock is here. Open the seat and check everything, check the nuts. And you can also check the battery area right here. And that's that, guys. So speaking of, I have listed down some points after riding 500 kilometers. So here's the things which I'm gonna say one by one. Off-road. Now, this vehicle is not the sport. You don't drive this vehicle as a sport. I mean, it's kind of torque heavy. Like whenever you're overtaking a vehicle, it feels really really good. But it is purely made for all this the ground clearance and all. It is made for purely off-road. And yep, this is off-road vehicle. Don't I'm gonna talk about the max speed which I tested in the later of this video. Second thing is no fuel efficiency. Oh my god. So the fuel efficiency is quite low and not impressive, because so the average mileage I'm getting before the first service, before I have not done any service, before the first service is, I have driven 500 kilometers right now, you can see. So the average fuel efficiency I'm getting before the first service is something around 22 to 20, yeah, 20 to 22. Okay, but they have claimed that after the first service it's gonna go on average 30 to 35. Even if it is 30, then I'm fine, because yeah, with the power of this 440 engine, I mean, it's not surprising with the mileage. Like you cannot expect the higher cc you go, you cannot expect the great mileage. But it's all with the higher cc, the lower mileage. It's all depends on how you ride the bike. Or also on highway it goes something around 25 to 26, so you can expect around that before the first service. Okay, in city, so I'm living in a Bangalore, so in city you can expect something around 22. That's it. Okay, so if you're planning to buy this bike and care about, expect you will get a mileage around 30 to 35, then drop it, because it is not consistent. It's only average, it's not every time. Okay, so that's the most people mistaken. If you want the mileage, like if you don't worry about all this mileage and all, then you can go with a higher cc. Like you can go with these bikes, you can also go with the GT higher cc bikes. Okay, and also if you want the same performance, I mean not the same performance but similar performance, near almost similar performance but near mileage, you can also go with the Hunter 350. It's also good, but for my height I find it very small, the Hunter 350, which is why I chose it. I mean, I like the design. Look at this, it's cool. Next, what I have written: don't ride fast. Okay, I have explained this is purely made for off-road. You have to enjoy the ride. Okay, 130 is the max. Now I want to explain you something. Now the highest kilometers which I have, highest kmph which I have gone is something around 120 to 130. So I haven't reached 140 or 160. Max is 130, less than 130. So up to 110, 100 to 120, up to 110, I feel no vibrations at all. Okay, it's literally beast. But after 110, it's gonna start to vibrate. You know how, if you're doing classic 350, the Bullet, it's gonna make, it's gonna make vibration, a whole lot of vibrations after you reach 80 or 90 speed. So you'll get that kind of vibration after you cross 110. So until 100 kilometers easy, you can cruise easily. Okay, it's a really cool bike, and I actually loved it. Next thing is clutch. Okay, whenever you're using all these clutches, right? So in a city, you probably use a lot of clutch and also front brake. It's a dual ABS. So because of these bikes, right? So if you're not used to the these kind of clutch, like you have to, because when you buy this kind of bike, you have to, because it's really hard at the beginning, but you will get used to it. So you can see even I am putting pressure. My hands are not that big, so yeah, I'm putting some little pressure right here in order to get there. But if you don't have to worry about, whenever you get a signal, you just put it in neutral and leave the clutch, because holding it is gonna make, you'll get, my hands becomes red. Sometimes my fingers become red, not my hands, I'm sorry. Right, so next, rev match. So whenever I'm in a first gear and whenever I'm shifting from first gear to second gear, it's only with the first gear to second gear I feel some kind of, the gear is broken. I don't know. I will, when I go to first service and I will update you, I'll ask them why even in Himalayas, right? This is common. I definitely don't know exact reason, but I'm gonna ask an update in the next video. But whenever this only happens when you're going from one first gear to second gear. It doesn't happen in a second to third, third to fourth, fourth to five, five to six. It has six gears. I forgot to tell you. I'm sorry. So six gears. But yeah, the problem to solve. So I don't know if it is a solution to this or not, but the only thing to go from first to second having smooth shift is rev matching. So whenever you go from 0 to 20, 40, slightly shift to second gear, and then 40 to 80. So it's really quick, and I mean you feel the power, right? You'll feel the power. So rev match, if you don't know rev match, look up. I'm not gonna teach you in this video. And the next thing is brakes. Okay, brakes. Why did I write brakes? Brakes are cool. You have the ABS button right here. I mean, it's also quite good. It doesn't go all the way down. It stops you very quick. Also important, check the brake pads, since it is dual ABS. So also whenever you are taking delivery, before delivery, check the brake pads. Check if all this thing is new. Okay. Headlight. So when it comes to headlight is really important whenever you're driving vehicle, because at night times headlight is what shows you the path. With that said, the low beam is good. I mean, it's decent, not that great. I mean, you can always customize the headlight, but the high beam is not quite good. It is not enough for me. Okay, so that's what I feel. And this is the headlight throw. This is a pass, and this is a high beam, this is a low beam, this is pass. Okay, and I love the switches, not gonna lie. Vibration, I have talked about the vibration. It's after 110. Tank, so you have to check the tank is a 15 liters. And yeah, sometimes, so it's common, sometimes the tank heats up. I think it's due to the what do you call, the heat coming up from here. Okay, so guys, whenever, do not, so right now I'm in a shorts, do not ride this vehicle in your shorts. Okay, a lot of heat coming from here, the heat radiation. Okay, the heat, a lot of heat is radiated from here because it's a 440cc, obviously. So it feels, it's good. I mean, in a highway, if you're driving in a fifth and sixth gear consistent on the highway, example highway, you don't feel the heat. But in a traffic, it's too much. I mean, it's common thing, right? It's common thing. And then what is the balls? Okay, it's funny that I'm giving a review of this, but anyway, the sitting position for the riders is comfortable, and they have given a little rise here, and the seat is good. It's like a cushion. But when you sit, right, after a long ride, let's just say 70 kilometers, after you've driven 70 kilometers, 80 kilometers, you feel a little uncomfortable, and your balls, it's very uncomfortable. I don't know if it is. I just want to change this thing. Okay, it's quite a little hard, but also soft at the same time. And whenever you're, test riding, ride for longer kilometer and see how it feels. And also the butt area will itch or hurt little whenever you are riding in the same position, which is why it's really important you can rise and change and adjust and then continue riding, or you can stop and ride. Okay, anyway, this bike is made for longer rides, but you're not made for longer rides. You can always take a rest, have a chai, and then continue your ride. And first to second gear, I have spoken about this. Fifth gear. Okay, so what I feel some kind of error in a fifth gear, which is whenever I'm changing from fourth to fifth, it comes back. It auto shifts. I'm gonna go to the first service. I don't know if it is issue with this vehicle specifically or similar, like all this Scram 440 Force Grey. Let me know in the comments if you're a Force Grey owner. So whenever I'm going from fourth to fifth, sometimes I think it's definitely me problem, the rider problem. I agree. I'm not a bike expert, but whenever I'm gonna tell the issue, whenever I'm going from fourth to fifth, it auto switches to fourth. Not every time, but sometime. I think I have okay. I think it's somewhere like 3 times happened with me in a 500 kilometers. So that's probably my issue. So let me know in the comments. Roast me if you can. Suspension. Okay, the front suspension is good, and also back one you can see. It's also quite good, but not that great. So whenever I'm by mistakenly I drive in a speed in not so good areas, I'm gonna stand up. But so I have asked the review of the person who sat in the back how was the suspension. He told it was good, but not that great compared to the Duke. He has Duke, so Duke and other Pulsars, whatever. Okay, I think someone has to be overweight in order to get the good suspension. So drive with the fat people behind. Oh my god, my list. Suspension. Next thing is indicators. Check the indicators. I have said mileage. I have spoken about mileage. Tire. I have told you how to check tires. Check the tires. It should be the year of the manufacturer. PDI is really important. Helmet. They will give you a helmet which is not that great. It doesn't cover the full face. It only covers till the nose, which I don't really like. In order to get one good helmet, guys. Come on. Those helmets are not that great. Sound exhaust. So if you want to see how the sound exhaust is, let me turn this on. I don't think okay. if you listen to exhaust sound in a videos, like, you should be the stupid person, because somewhere in your area there'll be a Royal Enfield showroom. Go there and check the exhaust by yourself in real life. So don't believe in this video. I mean, don't believe what you listen in this video. It might irritate you or you don't like it, but actual way to check the exhaust is go to the showroom, ask, give them your deal and ask them Scram 440 and check the exhaust. All right, catch you on the next one. After the first service is done, I'm gonna update you.